This is Charter Local Edition. I'm Brad Pomerance. We're in San Jose today. It's the California Democratic Party Convention, and we are joined by Anthony Portantino. He is a former member of the California State Assembly. He is running for the California State Senate. District number 25, the incumbent is Carol Liu. She is termed out. How's it been the last 4 years? You've been out of Sacramento. It's probably been great.
You know, it was nice to be home. I have a 14-year-old,
Yes.
so I got to spend a couple years before she turned.
Right, exactly.
Into a
I have a
teen.
14-year-old too, so
right,
I
we've
feel
talked
your pain.
about so the first 2 years were great while she was still telling me about her day, but
Right.
it's changed in the last two.
Absolutely.
But it's been great. I've spent time at USC as a visiting fellow
Right.
and taught a class on values-based leadership, which is very important to me.
What does that mean? Tell us about it.
Well, the whole point, in my opinion, about this political journey and what we do is to be yourself.
Right.
You know, a lot of folks think in order to get elected, you need to be something else. And my lesson to the students at USC is, whatever you are, whoever you are, be who you are.
Well, let's talk about that, because when you were in the Assembly, you were known for your wit, for your intelligence, but also for the maverick nature of some of your positions.
Well,
and so that can be hard being part of a majority party.
Right.
And you're your own person.
Absolutely. Well, that's the important piece of it. I always used to say to the leadership, my district sent me here to do my job, not to do what I was told. Because if you're only doing what you're told to do, then it really doesn't matter who occupies your seat.
Sure.
But if you're there with a perspective of what your district feels important and what you personally believe in, then I think you can actually be more effective because you have the moral high ground of believing what you're doing.
So let's talk about the district in which you seek.
Correct.
So you were a member of the Assembly, represented about 400,000 or 500,000 people.
Right, and about 35 to 40% of the new districts.
But your new district is almost 1 million people.
Correct.
How, sir, do you A, campaign in a seat with almost 1 million people, B, once you're there, presuming victory, serve almost 1 million people?
Well, I think you have to try, no matter how big the district is.
Right.
And in my case, most of the mayors, council members, school board members, the what I call the leadership group of each of the cities have endorsed me.
Which helps,
Right. And they're friends because when you've been refereeing soccer games for 17 years.
You and me both.
And my wife's the PTA president and, the Girl Scout meetings are in my kitchen.
Of course.
It gives you a perspective and a relationship with the district that I think, frankly, is one of the reasons why I'm the front runner for this race, is because the mayors know me, and when we had issues of common concern like redevelopment and prison realignment, I, as a former mayor, I understood those issues, and so it's given me strong support in every one of these cities, and also strong bipartisan support.
So talk to me about joining the state senate. You would go from a body of 80
to a body of 40.
To a body of 40. As I understand it, the relationship between the members is a little different, a little more intimate. You have a chance to get to know fellow members, even on the Republican side.
Absolutely.
So talk to me about what your plans are should you be victorious.
Well, in my case, and again it goes back to the district, the community colleges in this district, GCC, PCC, Citrus, Mount Sac, LACCD, this is a community college district. And it's the key to upward mobility. In my opinion, it's the key to success. It's the key to the success of our largely immigrant population. Having an affordable post-secondary education is central to my platform and what I believe in. And I'm going to continue to be a champion.
So let's talk about post-secondary education, because here we are at the California Democratic Party Convention. We have Bernie supporters, we have Hillary supporters, and there's a big conversation about that question of the cost of post-secondary education. Mr. Sanders has said he believes that post-secondary education, higher education, should be free. Mrs. Clinton sees that as a laudable goal, but one that may not be attainable. We know in Germany they offer free post-secondary education. What's your sense of the question, the issue?
Well, I think let's look at California. California, for the longest time, community colleges were free.
Oh, yes, they were.
And I think community colleges should be free again. I think.
And your point's well taken. President Obama has focused on community colleges, at least that element, to be free.
And I think that's a realistic, doable goal. And if you think about our K-12 model was created when we were a manufacturing and farming economy, which we are no longer. You had you got home at 3 o'clock so you could work on the farm. You had your summers free so you could work on the farm. You worked in the factory. You know, we have to change that economic model, and I think the key is to shift to more of a K-14 fundamental approach to education. And again, if you're going to go into the workforce, whether it's as a cosmetologist or a lab technician, you need that certificate.
But sir, what about the notion that even if the amount of money that you pay is just a token, having skin in the game?
Well, I think you have skin in the game because, let's put it this way, the kids who go to community college who then transfer to UCLA perform academically better than the kids who went to UCLA as a freshman.
And in your mind, should community college be free for all?
In my mind, we should have a K-14 guaranteed public education.
Even those that can afford?
We should have we need to shift the model to a K-14, in my opinion, because the workforce demands more training than it did 20 years ago, and the competition for a global high-tech economy. So it's in our best interest, and we will make more money and have a healthier, stronger economy based on how educated our young people are. And let me give you one last statistic. We need 3 million bachelor's degrees to meet the attrition rate. We're not going to create those 3 million bachelor's degrees to meet the workforce demand unless we get more students in the pipeline. So what I'm saying to you, California will do better and make more money by educating more children.
How will we fund 13 and 14?
I think as the economy gets better, we need to have a priority. One of the things that I suggested back when I was in the assembly is to have a pay-as-you-go form of budgeting, is to set priorities and then fund your priorities. And I think that's what's missing in the education and the higher education conversation, is setting the priority and the goals and then working that into the funding model going forward.
What about the plan that was passed recently? It's known as SB 850. I call it the Block Bachelor, based on Marty Block, Senator Marty Block, which allows 15 community colleges
to do bachelor's
degrees. And you know, do you think we should take that plan and extend it out to is it 112 community colleges?
You know, I supported Marty's approach, and I think the 15 gives us to see how it works. But what I will say is community colleges are underfunded and underutilized. And I think we have to broaden their perspective, whether that's on teacher credentialing, whether that's creating more workforce pipelines. We have to be, like, I'll give you an example. In the pipe trades, you know, there's a shortage. In nursing, and so you have all of those plants in the port that need jobs, and they're high-paying jobs. You know, Harbor College did a program that was a 7-month program targeting low-income families, and the kids that went through that program in 7 months got $75,000 jobs.
Wow!
They were waiting for them. So you can use the regional nature. That's the other thing about community colleges. They're located in places that have unique esoteric needs for those particular regions. You don't have to do something in San Diego that's for something in the Bay Area. You know, you can be smart about how you strategize and target the unique workforce needs of different regions.
So do you hope to be on the education committee?
Absolutely.
Should you join the California State Senate?
Absolutely.
What are your goals in our final
absolutely.
moments?
No. I mean, that's my biggest goal, is using the community colleges to their full capacity, funding them appropriately, and getting more kids through the pipeline.
And his name is Anthony Portantino. He is running for the California State Senate, District number 25 in the San Gabriel Valley. We are in San Jose today at the California Democratic Party Convention. My name is Brad Pomerance. We thank you so much for joining us on Charter Local Edition.